Hello, all, and welcome back to the Mosk Pod for our 13th episode now. We're gonna roll along. I'm here by myself. I would have had a guest, to be honest, and I wouldn't have a way to let you know that, but he would have been sitting here today. And he's a graduate student, all that stuff. His name's Jason. I would have had him all. It would have been fun, but he actually called in with a fever this morning, so we're gonna let him rest. We're gonna take this on our own and everything like that. I got everything on my computer here ready to go. We're gonna discuss some NBA playoffs, MLB continue, some more hockey playoffs as they continue. We got second rounds in both hockey and basketball, and some other trending news there. So we'll take it from there and just ride along with me as actually I'll break some breaking news for you at the beginning. So just in the comment section down below on this Skills Radio channel, you can put whatever you want, like Moss Pod rules or Feel Better Jason would be a better one. Feel Better Jason would be a good one for that. So yeah, wish the best to Jason. Too bad we couldn't have him on. We probably won't as he's a senior graduating, and we will take it on our own from there and discuss what we would have discussed today. So, with that all being said, I do have some breaking news, and it's very emotional to me that after this first full semester, first year of doing this Moss Pod, this will actually be our last show. And I did mention last week that it would be our second to last, but we did get shut off because of finals week, which is very understandable and very tough times at college. So we got to focus on our finals, which is definitely more important than this. But I've thoroughly enjoyed every second of this Moss Pod as 13 weeks have rolled by. It's maybe 14 and we skipped a week, but I don't even remember. I think 13 weeks and we're just rolling from here. I'm gonna try to continue next semester if I can. So you'll see more content, maybe more Vincenzo as he'll be back. Some more. I want to get some more guests in, be more prepared for that. So maybe we'll ride along that way. We will probably discuss the same topics again. If you want to write a comment saying that we should switch something up, feel free, and I'd be willing to accommodate all that. And yeah, we can roll in late August, early September, like that. So we'll be back then. Uh, I hope after today you guys have a great summer, but let's enjoy this episode while it lasts, all right? So, yeah, first I'm going to get into NBA playoffs. We have finally reached the second round, and there was one team that got swept, obviously my Brooklyn Nets. And Jason, who would have been here, is a fan of the same teams I'm a fan of. Not the major hubs of New York City. It's major, market teams. I meant, like the Knicks, the Yankees, the Rangers, even, and all them. He and I think he's Jets too, if I'm not mistaken, which is that the Big Four, the backup Big Four. So he is a Mets, Jets, Nets, and not so much a hockey fan, but he was rooting for the Devils, understandably, last night. And he got the wish to come true. 4-0 Devils. They take it in game 7 at in New Jersey, I think. Because they had the better record. I might be mistaken, but I think that was the case. And if that was the case, great win for the Devils, tough loss for the Rangers. Um, you know, I expected the Devils to win, maybe not in 7, but the Rangers put on a fight. They thought they had a chance, and they fought till then. And then, you know, Devils just overpowered them. So, but first, I did want to get into NBA playoffs. NBA playoffs have been a huge success so far. Again, my Brooklyn Nets got swept, the only team to get swept in first round. Kind of emotional, but we were really undermanned. It was really because of the trade, and before the trade, that Kyrie and KD got us to the place where we can maintain it enough to make the last playoff spot without going in the play-in. And we got weaker, obviously, because there's no replacement for Kyrie and KD. But the guys we got, they put it on enough to make the playoffs. Bridges is a young star. Maybe we can build around him. I don't know if we're gonna get like Damian Lillard or any of them. Cat was mentioned. I really would hate to see Cat on the Nets. Karl Anthony Towns is, and only because I don't really like his game at all. He's you know, he acts as a center. He shoots so many threes. It throws off all his game, and he brags about it too. After winning the 3-point contest, which I don't know if it was good for him or not. After doing that, it's throwing off his game a little bit. But yeah, really, his team is out. You know, uh, Denver, who I predicted to make the finals, actually, is really living up to the hype and all. Denver, that is, and Jamal Murray back in playoff mode since the bubble Murray, and Jokic putting on performance for the ages. And, they beat the Suns, which is a big deal in Denver, though. So they have the advantage at home still, being 2-0 now. If they can win one in Phoenix, man, that series is over. And I'm calling it. If they win one in Phoenix, it's over. Even if they win game 4 and are up 2-1, it's over. And Jokic and Murray have shown me enough to, call it quits. It's done. You don't have a chance versus us, sort of thing. As the number 1 seed, they're maintaining, what they are all about: the fight, the greatness, and the clutch buckets. Jokic and Murray last night, they scored clutch buckets, and that was the key to the win. Because it was pretty close the whole time, and Phoenix actually had a lead. I didn't watch the whole game, but I did do my research that Phoenix had a lead going into the 4th, and then Denver just outscored them by like 10 in the quarter, winning by 10. So it was actually close entering the 4th, anyone's game. KD, Booker, both off. Booker was a little better, obviously, scoring 35 versus Durant's 24. Yeah, 24. And, it just wasn't consistent enough to win the game. So when that happens, Denver's going to take advantage. They did when they had to. So Denver's up 2-0, second round, after beating the Timberwolves 4-1 pretty easily. And I feel like they were toying with them a little bit. Trying to extend the series. I don't know why they would, but it felt like they were toying the whole time. Great fight in game 4, obviously, for the Timberwolves to win that. But they almost choked, man. That overtime that they made clutch buckets. Yeah, they gave their fans a slight glimpse of hope, but that wasn't gonna happen. They weren't gonna win 4 straight like that. They weren't gonna win 8 versus number 1 seed. It showed why their Denver Nuggets are number 1 and Timberwolves are 8. If we're being realistic, and I'll go with the Knicks. So the hometown Knicks, man, the New York City Knicks, they look great, or spectacular. I could use the word spectacular. They look spectacular in game one, jeez, you can tell how tired I am this morning. Round one, I meant in the NBA playoffs, and they beat the Cavs going away 4-1, and one of those wins was in Cleveland to give them the advantage. Uh, Actually, let's see. No, the Cavs were the upper seed, so they won two and two at home. Yeah, and they moved on that way. Uh, I didn't see Randall as a factor. I saw Robinson, Brunson, like I called before. They're going to be the two guys determining whether they move far in the playoffs or not. First round came true. Brunson and Robinson, man, that was the duo right there. If Randall comes on, Barrett started coming on. Um, they they could get far. Randall, we'll see if he comes back game two. Not sure yet. And that is tonight. They'll announce it later. And they play the Heat again. Butler, I don't know. I don't think he went off the first game, but they still won. It was the others too. It was Butler, but it was the others too who came through. Defense towards the end. I was watching that game towards the end, and the defense was insane. They were blocking shots all over the place and contesting layups, all that. It led to a Heat run at the end, and the Heat went away, winning by more than 10. Um, so yeah, tough loss for the Knicks in the Garden. I still think they can overcome that and win the series because of the Heat not being as strong, just Butler and role players, if I'm being honest. Lowry, still role player to me. Uh, Tough loss with Oladipo and Hero, obviously with the broken hand, out for the playoffs, all that. So he's got no help there. Just 3-point shooting from Strus, Robinson, who got hot that one game in round one, basically to put them over the Bucks. That was an upset, 8-1. I don't know if we've seen that in a while. Yeah. And with the Clippers Suns series, right? We talked about it in round one. The Clippers fought, but the Suns are just better. The Clippers didn't have Kawhi or George. Maybe they would have won the series. We don't know. And the Suns went away 4-1. But that doesn't say how much the Clippers fought. Great job by the Clippers, but better by the Suns. It was a good series. It should have been a better series if Clippers were healthy. Celtics went away from the Hawks 4-2 in round one and took a very tough loss to the 76ers, which I was very upset about. I do not like Philly teams as it is. Don't tell that to Vincenzo because he's the biggest fan of the Eagles, and you know, I, n- you know, maybe the Eagles of all the Philly teams is the one I would like most because I don't like football as much, and that's why I like the Eagles, but I don't like the other Philly teams. And I'm not making an excuse for that. It's just the way the city is as a whole. The fighting spirit. It sort of gets aggressive sometimes, and you know, I like the Brooklyn easiness of it. They don't get full crowds and underdogs all the time. I I love the feeling. Uh, but yeah, Embiid being out and they still get the win. It's very good for them. I did say at the end of that game to myself that they might have trouble, uh, you know, in game two because Embiid plays at a little slower pace and the game was very fast paced. So we'll see how he makes that adjustment. I, if I'm being honest, he'll probably sell game two because they won game one and can rest a little bit. Uh, he felt so much in that Brooklyn series. Should have gotten ejected that one game. Got even more hurt later in the game. So tough stuff for them. We'll see if he comes back eventually or not. Uh, yeah, we got the Bucks. Obviously, the Bucks, man, hoping to win a championship, get out in the first round, similar to one of these hockey stories we'll talk about. The Bucks, yeah, they go outside versus the Heat. Heat just fought harder the whole time, and Giannis barely played, which did make a difference. After he got hurt in Game 1, the Bucks just weren't the same. Uh, Nets playoff reaction from me, I would say they fought. Sixers haven't lost a playoff game yet. I know they only had 4 versus us. But we made it close, sort of like the Timberwolves, the Nuggets toying with the Timberwolves, and we didn't. We lost the game. Just we're not clutch. We don't have stars. We have Michael Bridges. But he's a young up and rising star. Maybe he'll be a star going into next season. He's just not that guy to get you over the hump, though. Uh, Keeps you kind of level. If I'm being honest, kind of at the wrong times making buckets. Just because we're not clutch. Dinwiddie always is not clutch. For us since coming back, he used to be very clutch actually, making buzzer beaters. Like with Dallas Mavericks versus us, he had to make that step back three, and he had the one from half court for us when he came back, which was late. So he makes it at the wrong times and then just turns it over late in games. And it showed Game 4, right when they turned it over down by 3 and Philly got a layup. That was it. That was it. And they went away without Embiid. And now they go away without Embiid in Game 1 versus Boston, which shows me how much Brooklyn actually fought and how much better the Sixers are. And I hate the Sixers, but it's just got to be the way it is. They did win, very hard fought. Harden 45 definitely carried them. The rest weren't on their game. Celtics, Tatum, Brown, incredible games. The others just didn't step up. Brogdon did. That's basically it. Uh, yeah, and not great stuff from them. Um, you gotta fix it in Game 2, especially if Embiid is not playing. Yeah. So now I don't know. That's kind of all. Oh no, I almost missed out on the Sacramento Warriors series. Can you believe that? The Sacramento Kings made it for the first time since 2006 to the playoffs, and they lost that season in the first round. They're trying to make history and make the second round. First time in ages. And Sacramento was up and off to a roaring start, up by 7 or 8 at the start, looking good. And they kept going, but the Warriors kept fighting back. The Warriors fought back in the second quarter, made it a game at halftime, and the whole second half was the Warriors. They won by 20. They were down by 2 at the half. They win by 20, outscoring them by 22, obviously, in the second half as a whole. So, they went off on a run. And you know who it was? I'm wearing his jersey right now. I know you're not seeing it, so I'll face the camera. It's my boy Steph. Number 30, not for the Golden. Well, they still call it Golden State Warriors. They play in San Francisco, though. Go Curry, 45. I'll show you on the back just to be sure. Maybe the number's back. Maybe the number's backwards, but I don't even know. And, he carried them himself, scoring 50. 20 something, maybe even 30 in the second half. He went off in that fourth quarter, scoring like 16, 17 points, something, 15. And just made 3 after 3, crazy layup after crazy layup, all that stuff. Uh, really carried them. Again, we do have Oh, Lakers, yeah. Lakers moved on. They are playing the Warriors, actually. LeBron versus Steph again. Warriors have dominated lately that series. But we will see, because LeBron, AD, Reeves, Russell, they're all hot right now. Can't stop him. Curry himself, we'll see if he can carry them. That's simply the game, because Thompson is off right now. Green just doesn't do enough for you. He does everything on defense now. Not enough scoring. Poole is just off. I have not seen a good start from him in these playoffs. The role players not too good either. Yeah, so Lakers beat the number 2 Grizzlies, probably the weakest number 2 that I've seen in a while. Ja Morant just tries to carry a team. He can't do it though. Clark is out. Adams is out. 2 key people out for you. And Brooks is, he's a trash talker out there, kind of like Draymond Green. Sort of the same idea, he's just a younger version. And he kind of played trash himself, if I'm being honest. His shots, I just never, I, I don't know. It might be a me thing. I just never liked his game because he pulls up, he throws up bricks, and, it's the back of the backboard, it just way off every time. Only when he's wide, and wide open is he sometimes makes it. But other than that, man, it's all bricks, way off. Or yeah, I don't know if it's any air balls, but he misses free throws too a lot. I don't know. He's just I'll put it as he's inconsistent. He can get high at points, but he's just inconsistent. Bane was not good this series. Uh, Basically determined it because John Morant was on, and then out for one game, I believe, and without him, yeah, you can't win ball games without him versus any team. So, you know, that hurt them a lot. And, they didn't go into the playoffs with the best of rosters just because people out again. Stars are not healthy enough, and your role players are not performing at the level they should be of the playoffs. Yeah, so that's where I want to leave it with that. Let's see. Is there any other teams I missed? I think I covered them all because I got the New York teams, and then I got the Celtics series, and who? I think that's it. Yeah, the Raptors fell in the play. So yeah, if I think about it, I'll let you guys know. But I think I covered it all. So for the Nets for the future, I would just say gain more star power to build around. You can give up some pieces like maybe not Thomas, Curry, O'Neal is a keeper, I guess. I don't know why, but they said they're keeping him around. Um, I guess Thomas, like he hasn't been he hasn't been consistent enough. Uh, you know, 50-point game or 40-point games, 3 games in a row, but they lost 2 of them, and he was their best player. I just don't. I want to keep around Bridges and Johnson and all them because I trust them more. Thomas is a little too young. Again, he scores a lot, but he's kind of selfish with the ball. He shoots it whenever he wants, and it's usually off because he's being well defended and no one else can play. So yeah, I maybe I wouldn't mind giving him up for Towns or Lillard, someone. I wouldn't be surprised if we build around Bridges like that. Uh, but yeah, that's what I see with the Nets. I think we have good stuff for the future, even future picks. So all that stuff is going to add up at some point to a successful franchise. Oh yeah, give up Dinwiddie for sure. I don't like his game's good. He's a young talent that keeps growing. He took a decrease as a net though, and he really didn't fit. So I wouldn't mind seeing him go. I love Dinwiddie as a person because of his dedication to the Nets even early on with KD. Uh, with KD's trade and him starting coming off the bench, wherever it was. I would like to see Allen Levert, Dinwiddie, and the others if we can make a reunion. That would be funny and actually really nice because they're really good players now, even off the bench with Levert. And yeah, I would say that's all with that the Nets need to do. That's all with the NBA playoffs. Quickly update on hockey. I will make a statement on the oh yeah, the Rangers, the Devils, Game 7. I think I announced it before, so I don't need to go too much in depth. But the Devils overpowered the Rangers Game 7. It went 7. Surprised it went 7. Chose the Devils to pull it out, not in 7, but overall. So I was half right, and Devils move on. Rangers had hope. Sorry, Rangers fans. MSG is now going to be rolling for just the Knicks tonight, and depleted Rangers fans go home, which I'm not necessarily sad about because I never liked the Rangers. I didn't mind them as much as the Knicks, the Giants, um, the Yankees, all of them. So I didn't mind them as much, but I still don't like the team at all. And I was very happy that the Devils won. Uh, yeah, all that stuff is good for, I guess, us as not fans of them. But yeah, Devils move on, and the Islanders were already out, so looking good there. Actually, TD Garden, the arena in Boston, is in shambles right now. Bad, bad, bad times. The Bruins, the number one team, best record ever, I think it was, in a regular season. They in Game 7 at home, they lost to the Florida Panther. I almost said Carolina, but Florida Panthers is the hockey team. Carolina is the football team. Florida Panthers, the underdogs, they beat the number one seed, the best record ever, going away in 7 at Boston. It's just kind of I don't know. I don't watch hockey enough, but I never was a big Bruins or Panthers guy, so it's nice to see an upset like that. And then the next day, the Celtics lost the first home game to the Sixers. So, TD Garden, man, not going through good stuff right now. They have to recover. I don't know if they can, but they have to try to, and then move on from that if the Celtics can make a run at the championship. That's our only hope right now because Bruins are out and they were expected to win the whole thing. So, saying that, I will move on to the Yankees. The Yankees this week, pretty bad, if I'm being honest. Judge, Stanton, I think. No, Judge continues to hit. We got Volpe performing. Very young talent again. He's performing out of his shoes right now. Really good stuff. Stealing bases, everything, hitting home runs, uh, doubles, whatever, all around the field. Judge had that big day, and I don't think Torres has been raking like he used to. Uh, really nothing to rave about there. The pitching is off and on again. Uh, Cole has been your absolute best starter by far. You got Severino, you got Cortez, uh, all them. You hope to get Rodon soon, and not looking good. Bullpen, not great. All that combined doesn't add up too well. They are in last place, first time since. Did I have 2016? I think it's 2016, which is actually a long time for a team to be in last place. I know it sounds like short, it's only 7 years, um, or 7 seasons, but you know, 7 seasons is good to not be in last place for that whole time. Now the Orioles, Blue Jays, the Rays, and um, oh, who's the last team? My gosh. Yeah, the Blue Jays, Rays, Orioles, the oh, jeez, why am I doing that? Yeah, but the whole AL East as a whole, uh, jeez, again, you can tell I'm tired. I forgot the Red Sox. The Red Sox are the last team. Fenway Park, man, historic. I can't forget that. The Red Sox, Rays, Blue Jays, Orioles, Yankees, and all those teams are very top talented teams. Yankees have a rough time competing with those teams so far. The Texas Rangers bring it to them, and tough loss yesterday. Actually, her mom went 8.1 innings, not giving up a run, and then the Guardians come storming back in the ninth, winning 3-2, and just yeah, again tough times for those Yankees. Not looking good. They're still in last place as of today. Yeah, for the Mets, they had a great West Coast trip. You know, playing the Dodgers, the Giants, the actually before they went on the West Coast, they beat the Padres in a series, which was good. But they split the series with the Giants. They wanted to win that one. They won the first two and lost the final two of that. Uh, Other than that, Dodger series they won, which was good. 2-1 advantage. They went to Milwaukee early in the year, got swept. They needed to change something after that. They did on the West Coast trip. I think they always hit well on the West Coast trip. I've seen past years where they score 10 runs per game, West Coast trip. Especially last year, that Giants Mets game in extra innings. Giants won, but it was like 13-12 or something. Crazy game. Alonso hits bombs in Dodger Stadium still. Even San Fran he hit one, which was good. Not the not as much as Dodgers though. He just dominates the Dodgers for some reason in Dodger Stadium. They are good right now. The Mets. Mets are my team, if I'm being honest. And yeah, they lost a series with the Nationals after they got back, which was crazy to me. But again, they had lost their last two versus San Francisco, then losing the first two. That was a 4-game losing streak. Not good stuff versus two low tier teams. Nats obviously worse because they're rebuilding still. But the Nats, you can't let them beat you in a series if you're competing to win the division, especially make a run for a World Series championship. Uh, Nemo, McNeil, and the bullpen are my consistencies of the week. They have been very consistent for us as the Mets. And, I don't know if anyone else you could trust now. After after this what do you say? Brave series. They were like rained out the whole series and then played a doubleheader yesterday. Braves did win the series, but the Mets fought. Not game one, but the doubleheader yesterday they fought and they succeeded in the second one. Going away by 1 run, no, 2 runs, because McNeil made it 5-3 with a home run in the ninth, and that sealed it. Didn't seal it until Robertson pitched to save it, which he got done. He's been great all season. Point 60 something ERA. A lot of starts, so it represents uh, his outings of late to start the season. So yeah, the bullpen has been my one consistency, it's been McNeil and Nimmo keeping up their high batting averages, their raking of late. I would say Vogelback picking it up. Alonso's going down. Lindor's going down. Marte kind of level. And Canna has been sort of level on the uprise every now and then. Uh, Catcher position, Alvarez got a big hit yesterday. Very inconsistent, but you can get hits once in a while, and you gotta watch out for him to get hot. Beatty is hot, man. Over 300 average. Uh, he's been hot. Nothing else to say. He's just getting on all the balls he should be getting on. Very young talent. Keep him around for sure. More consistent than Escobar so far, which is rare for me to say because I love Escobar and he was a great hitter before coming to the Mets. That's why the Mets signed him to a big contract. I was very happy when he became a Met, and you know, I thought it would roll from there, but he hasn't been good at all. I kept giving him chances too. He hasn't performed up to the level. Neither is Marte though, and Marte's been better though. But yeah, rain delays maybe help them regather themselves, practices, all that, because they did finally have their offense going in the doubleheader, which they needed to in order to not get swept. They lost the first game 9-8. I told you about the second game, Alvarez's big hit, big Neil's home run. But the first game they kept fighting back, were behind the whole game and lost 9-8. So tough one there, but they did score 8 runs. Pitching was not on it. Uh, Second game they were. McGill was great until he gave up the 3 runs and all. And Sean Murphy for the Braves had a big day. 2 3-run homers, 2 hits in the second game. 4 for 6 overall and combined, or something like that. They did walk him because that one at bat where he didn't want to face him and wanted to face Rosario instead, which ended up being him scoring the 3 runs. Uh, so McGill, after just over 6 innings, got taken out versus the Braves. Rained out the first 2 games, which again helped them recover. Maybe not. Maybe kept them in a slump. We'll never know. But I did want to discuss if Jason was here because he's a big Jets fan about the NFL draft. I think I'm gonna hold off though because I haven't watched it too much. I have to do my research. The Jets obviously acquire Aaron Rodgers, may help them, not in the long run. It's got to be right now because he's up there in age, and he's a veteran. So if he can have a good season, watch out. Jets obviously get better with that, but they're still not getting over that hump of the Bills, Patriots, all of them. I definitely the Bills. Bills have the advantage there. I think the Dolphins might be the other team in the division. Uh, they're usually a surprising team, but Bills are definitely the talented one with Josh Allen. He's not going anywhere. He might be a 10-year player. So for them, uh, yeah. So I don't know. Let me hear your thoughts on Rodgers' trade, but that's what I feel. He's going to be better for them, make them a better team. But he's not going to get them over the hump that they need to. Uh, Coach Sala, we'll see how he does. Yeah, so I was just going to I was going to wrap it up. But first I just wanted to um actually wish Jason, who was going to be on here, wish Jason the best, feel better and all as he is graduating. I wanted to congratulate him on all that. Very nice kid. You would have seen him. He is a wonderful guy. I met him in a sports broadcasting class and then through WIUR, where he's a board member and all. Very good friend of, I don't know, he might be I'm only laughing because he might be one of the most popular guys on campus. He's like that cool and all. Great guy overall. Um, so yeah, like, comment, subscribe for him. He'd appreciate that. I think yeah, he would have loved to be here this morning. Woke up with a fever, and we couldn't, unfortunately, hook up together today. So I had to take this on my own. I think we covered it pretty well, but let me know what you guys think. This is sadly, our final episode, like I said. So again, I want to thank you guys all for this terrific journey. I mean, I don't think it could have gone much better for me. My first first semester doing this. I want to thank WIUR for giving me the chance. Cameron, who is in the background, just helping me out every morning, getting me set up, all that, and then I can roll from here. Couldn't have done it without him. The other guys who came in on off weeks that I had to reschedule because of holidays and stuff. Just thank them all for that. It wouldn't be possible to do this without them all. Vincenzo, man, I hope you're watching this. Thank you so much for the 2 or 3 episodes. I think 3 you were on. Provide great content, provide great overall talk for our shows. Did so much for us. We want to thank you for that. Met him again through the mission trip, discussed in one of our early episodes, but we became really good friends from there and with the whole group and all. So yeah, again, watch that if you want to see more content on that. But I did want to thank just everyone for even the viewers too. Couldn't have done it without you. You all are the best, and I hope you join us next semester as well, as we will continue the Moss Pod. I'll continue with a 14th episode, but I'll say for now, have a great summer. This is all for this semester. So we'll be back late August, early September. Uh yeah, just make sure like, subscribe, comment, uh everything about that. Stay safe all. Have a wonderful summer. Again, can't say it enough. You all deserve it. We all deserve it here at college. Could use a rest. Coming up. We have finals week next week, which is why we won't be on. Finals week is tough for all of us. You know, you gotta really get down gritty and into the moment. You gotta get really focused and all ready for the exams and all. Then we can celebrate. I mean, after that, then we can celebrate. Have a great summer and stay safe, you guys. I'll see you guys next semester. Thank you all. I love you all. Uh, from the from my heart and all that. I hope to see you guys then. Thank you so much for all your support. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you.